Let me tell you something real quick that might just save your peace, your time, and your future. You must walk away from some people, not tomorrow, not next week, now. See, everybody can't go where you're going, and everybody that's around you right now wasn't sent to build with you. Some were sent to block you. That's a hard truth, but it's the truth. You ever notice how some folks drain your energy like they got a full-time job doing it? Every time you talk to them, it's a problem. They got drama, complaints, negativity, but no solutions. See, that's a sign. When people keep bringing clouds and storms into your life, that ain't the weather you're supposed to live under. That's not your climate. That's your warning sign. And sometimes it ain't even the loud, messy folks. Sometimes it's the quiet ones who smile in your face but clap when you fall. They don't cheer when you win. They get real silent when you start doing better. You know why? Because they liked you broken. They liked you struggling because your pain made their life feel better. Let that sink in. If your glow bothers them, let them watch you leave. You got dreams, man. You got goals. You're trying to elevate, and you cannot elevate around people who are comfortable with being stuck. That's like trying to take flight while you're still chained to the runway. It won't happen. You'll crash every time. Stop trying to carry people who ain't trying to walk. Stop dragging people who don't want to move. This ain't your assignment. This ain't your burden. Look, walking away don't mean you're heartless. It means you got boundaries. It means you finally love yourself enough to say, I deserve peace. I deserve progress. I deserve real support. And if they can't give you that, then they don't deserve a seat at your table. You've been feeding folks who wouldn't give you a glass of water if you were on fire. It's time to stop that. And I know it hurts. I know it feels like you're turning your back on people. But listen, growth comes with distance. Sometimes loving people from afar is the healthiest thing you can do. You can forgive folks, but you ain't gotta keep folks. You can pray for people, but you ain't gotta stay with people. You hear me? If they gossip about others, they'll gossip about you. If they can't celebrate your wins, they'll sabotage your progress. If they only call when they need something, you ain't a friend, you're a resource. And you are more than that. You're valuable. Your time, your energy, your peace, all of it is currency. Spend it wisely. So today, not tomorrow, today, take inventory of your circle. Check who's clapping when you win. Check who's present when you need somebody. And if they ain't bringing love, growth, or light to your life, it's time to walk. Not with hate, not with bitterness, but with wisdom, strength. You must understand that protecting your peace and energy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. In life, the people around you either add to your life or subtract from it. There really is no neutral when it comes to influence. Every conversation, every interaction, every phone call either uplifts you or drains you. That's why protecting your peace is one of the most powerful decisions you can ever make. It's not selfish, it's self-preservation. If you don't guard your energy, someone else will misuse it for their own benefit. Some people have made a whole career out of chaos. They wake up every morning looking for a problem to bring to your doorstep. And the dangerous part is, they'll disguise it as needing help, venting, or just keeping it real. But really they're pouring poison into your spirit, drop by drop, until you're tired, irritated, and distracted, and you don't even know why. There's a certain type of person who thrives on keeping things negative. They're addicted to dysfunction. If it ain't a fight, they don't feel alive. And if you're not careful, you'll let these people pull you into battles that don't even belong to you. You'll be out here stressed over things that ain't got your name on it. You'll lose sleep over people who sleep just fine after unloading their problems onto you. That's not peace. That's emotional theft. And you have the right to say, no more. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your spirit. You don't owe anyone your energy just because they're familiar. History doesn't equal loyalty. Just because you've known them a long time doesn't mean they deserve a front row seat in your life. See, your peace is like a garden. If you don't protect it, the weeds will take over. You can't let people walk through your mind with dirty feet. You can't keep allowing people to speak death into your dreams, into your ideas, into your confidence. Some folks don't want to see you win because your success reminds them of what they gave up on. Your peace threatens them. Your calmness annoys their chaos. And when you keep allowing these people into your life, you're inviting a storm into your calm. You can't grow flowers in a tornado. You can't build joy in an earthquake. You need stability. And to have that, sometimes you've got to shut the door and lock it. People who drain you don't come with warning labels. They don't say, "Hey, I'm here to make your life miserable." They come in with smiles, with jokes, with good intentions. But pay attention to how you feel after spending time with them. Do you feel lighter, inspired, or do you feel heavy, stressed, and low? That's the test. That's your signal. Protecting your peace means choosing to be around people who pour into you, people who speak life into your dreams, people who respect your boundaries, people who celebrate you without competition. That kind of energy is healing. That kind of presence is sacred, and it's rare. So don't waste your light trying to brighten someone else's darkness when they don't even want the switch flipped. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you cut everyone off and live on an island. It means you become intentional about what you allow into your heart and mind. You learn to say no without guilt. You learn to walk away without looking back. You learn that your time is limited, your energy is precious, and your peace is priceless. You can love people from a distance. You can pray for people without keeping them close. You can care about someone's soul without sacrificing your sanity. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. And one more thing, don't let anyone guilt you for protecting yourself. People who benefit from your lack of boundaries will always see your growth as betrayal. That's okay. Let them feel what they need to feel. You didn't come this far to be emotionally bankrupt. You didn't work this hard to be constantly drawn. Your peace is the foundation of your joy, your health, your creativity, your ability to love and lead. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Everyone can't go where you're going. That's one of the hardest lessons you'll ever learn, but it's also one of the most freeing. See, we grow up thinking loyalty means keeping everyone with us, no matter what. We think if someone was there during our struggle, they should automatically be there during our success. But here's the truth. Some people were only meant to be a chapter in your story, not the whole book. Holding on to everyone just because they were around in the past will block your future. You can't take everyone into the next level of your life because everyone doesn't have the mindset, the maturity, or the mission to match where you're headed. Think about it like this. If you're climbing a mountain, you can't carry everybody. Some folks are too heavy, not just physically, but emotionally. Their mindset is rooted in fear, laziness, envy, or complacency. And if you try to carry that weight, it'll slow you down, or even pull you down. The higher you go, the thinner the air gets. Not everyone can breathe at your altitude. Some people are only comfortable in low places, so when you try to rise, they start complaining, doubting, and trying to pull you back down. That's not love, that's limitation. Growth is uncomfortable. And when you start changing your life, when you start setting goals, developing discipline, seeking purpose, you start to realize who's really for you. Because some people love the old version of you, the version that was broke, confused, easily manipulated, available for nonsense. When you start evolving, those people don't know how to handle you. You become different, too busy, acting brand new. But you're not acting, you're actually becoming new. And not everyone is going to understand that. Not everyone is supposed to. The calling on your life is personal. Your destiny was not given to a committee. You don't need votes or approval to step into your purpose. Now don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean you start thinking you're better than everyone. It just means you've realized you deserve better for yourself. And when you realize that, you start making different choices. You stop going to the same places. You stop engaging in the same small talk. You stop entertaining distractions that keep you stagnant. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. You're aligning with your purpose, your goals, and your peace. And yes, that means some people will get left behind. But if they really cared about you, they'd be walking beside you, not dragging their feet or trying to reroute your path. We all start with a crew, but not everyone is built for the journey. Some were only meant to be there for the beginning. Some were only meant to teach you a lesson, even if it came in the form of betrayal or disappointment. Don't curse the experience. Thank it, because every lost connection is divine protection. You don't even know what kind of doors you're being kept from by letting certain people go. Some blessings are delayed because we keep dragging the wrong folks along. Let that sink in. You've got to make peace with the fact that growth will cost you relationships. It'll cost you time with people who were once your everything. It might even make you lonely for a while. But don't confuse loneliness with failure. That loneliness is space. Space for the right people, space for new opportunities, space for clarity, and most importantly, space for you, the version of you that's been buried under other people's expectations, limitations, and opinions. Your future is too important to be sacrificed for people who aren't willing to grow with you. Let them go with love. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to explain. Just keep climbing, because the view is different at the top. And once you get there, you'll realize it was never about who walked away. It was about who had the strength to keep walking forward. So don't stop. Don't settle. Don't shrink to fit into places you've outgrown. Everyone can't go where you're going. And that's okay. Keep moving. The right people will meet you on the path, not pull you off it. Recognizing fake support and hidden jealousy is one of the most important skills you'll ever develop in life. It protects you from disappointment, betrayal, and wasted time. See, not everyone who claps for you is genuinely happy for you. Some people clap just loud enough to hide their envy. They smile in your face, but secretly hope you fall. And what makes it dangerous is they don't come as enemies. They come as friends, family, coworkers, even partners. They disguise their jealousy as concern. They mask their insecurity with jokes and sarcasm. And if you're not paying close attention, you'll confuse their shade for love. You ever notice how some people go silent when you share good news? How they change the subject, downplay your accomplishments, or say something slick like "don't get too excited," or "let's see how long that lasts." That's not support, that's subtle sabotage. Real supporters are excited when you win. They don't compete, they celebrate. They don't question your glow, they cheer it on. You don't feel judged around them, you feel empowered. That's the difference. You have to stop mistaking proximity for loyalty. Just because someone's been around doesn't mean they're rooting for you. Some people stay close just to keep track of your progress. They don't want to help you grow. They want to make sure you don't grow too much. Hidden jealousy often hides behind fake encouragement. They'll tell you they're happy for you, but behind your back, they're planting seeds of doubt in others. They'll say things like "she thinks she's better now," or "he changed since he got that job." What they really mean is, "I'm uncomfortable with how far they've come because I haven't moved." Jealousy isn't about what you have. It's about what your presence makes them feel about themselves. Your success reminds them of their stagnation. Your confidence highlights their insecurity. And instead of working on themselves, they attack you emotionally or passively. That's why you have to watch patterns, not words. People can fake words, but they can't fake consistency. If they only show up when you're struggling, but disappear when you shine, that's a red flag. If they support everyone else publicly, but go silent on your achievements, that's a clue. Sometimes you don't even notice the jealousy until something major happens for you. A new relationship, a promotion, a spiritual breakthrough. That's when the mask slips. They start acting different, colder, less available, or worse, they start trying to compete. They want to outdo you, not uplift you. Suddenly everything becomes a comparison. That's not a friend, that's a rival in disguise. And the danger is, if you keep these people around, they'll slowly chip away at your self-esteem, not by what they say directly, but through subtle comments, small jabs, and backhanded compliments. "Oh, you got that promotion. Must be nice to know the right people. You lost weight. I hope you're not becoming one of those people." See, that ain't support. That's jealousy dressed up in familiarity. Protecting yourself from fake supporters means paying attention to energy, not just words. It means setting boundaries, even with people you love. It means asking yourself, does this person add peace or pressure to my life? And if it's pressure, if it's tension, if it's that uncomfortable gut feeling you keep ignoring, that's your cue. Distance doesn't mean hate. It means wisdom. It means you've realized your mental health is more valuable than fake loyalty. And understand this, It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to say, I love you, but I can't keep shrinking to make you comfortable. You weren't born to stay small, so others wouldn't feel insecure. You were born to rise, and anyone who really loves you will rise with you, or cheer for you, from wherever they are. They won't compete. They won't compare. They'll support with pure intentions. That's real love. That's real.
Yeah.
Let go of people who are secretly hoping you fail. Let go of people who only check on you when they hear gossip. Let go of people who can't be happy unless you're struggling. You don't need that weight in your life. You don't need to question. If someone's truly in your corner, the right people make it obvious. They don't dim your light. They help it shine even brighter. That's the kind of energy you deserve. That's the kind of people you build with. And until you find them, learn to stand alone with strength. Because peace is better than pretending, and real love will never feel like envy. Walking away is not a sign of weakness. It's not bitterness. It's not bitterness. It's not being heartless. It's self-respect. It's strength. It's maturity. There comes a time in everyone's life when they must choose themselves. And sometimes that choice means closing the door on people who no longer deserve access to your peace. We grow up thinking that staying loyal, no matter how we're treated, makes us good people. But real loyal starts with being loyal to yourself. You can't keep sacrificing your joy, your mental health, and your future just to keep people comfortable around you. Walking away is not giving up. It's choosing to protect your heart from being drained, disrespected, or dismissed any longer. You can love someone deeply and still recognize that the relationship is toxic. You can care about someone and still realize that staying in that connection is doing more harm than good. Walking away doesn't mean you wish them harm. It means you finally love yourself enough to say, I deserve better than this. That's not hate. That's healing. When you've given chance after chance, explained your boundaries, showed up when they didn't, supported them without being supported, and they still take your kindness for weakness. Walking away is the strongest move you can make. It means you've had enough, and there's nothing wrong with that. Too many people stay stuck in relationships, whether it's with friends, partners, or even family, because they're afraid of being seen as the bad guy. They fear being called selfish or dramatic. But let's be clear, there is nothing selfish about protecting your peace. There is nothing dramatic about valuing your worth. You have one life, one soul. You can't keep handing pieces of it to people who misuse it. Walking away means you finally realize that some people only love you as long as you're convenient, as long as you're available to fix their mess, answer their calls, and carry their emotional baggage. But the moment you need support, they vanish. That's not love. That's one-sided survival, and you don't have to be part of it anymore. People who truly value you will never put you in a position where you have to question your place in their life. They won't take your silence for weakness. They won't treat your forgiveness like a free pass. And if someone can't meet you with the same level of respect, effort, and care that you offer them, the relationship is unbalanced, and walking away is the first step to regaining your power. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to choose peace over people, clarity over confusion, and growth over guilt. You are not obligated to keep showing up for those who never show up for you. Understand this. Healing doesn't require revenge. It doesn't require angry exits or bitter conversations. Walking away can be silent. It can be calm. It can be respectful, but it must be firm. Don't keep reopening doors that God helped you close. Don't go back to people who made you feel small, unseen, or unworthy. Don't enter them out into roles that come with no action. You've already survived too much to go back to what broke you. Now it's time to thrive, to breathe, to live in peace. You deserve relationships where you don't have to beg for effort, where you're appreciated, not just needed, where your love isn't taken for granted, where your boundaries are respected, not mocked. And until you find that, it's okay to walk alone, because the right people will meet you on the journey, not try to stop you from taking it. Your peace, your progress, your purpose. It all starts with that one bold step, choosing to walk away from what no longer serves you. And when you walk away, walk tall, walk proud. It's not because you're better than anyone, but because you finally realize that your soul is too valuable to be wasted in places that can't hold it. That's not bitterness. That's wisdom. That's healing. That's love for yourself.